Welcome to another episode of Barman Saturdays, and this week I decided to take a look at Primates of the Seven Seas. And I'm sorry to admit that I don't have a script for this review, but quite frankly, this piece of crap is so bad that going through the trouble of making a script for it would imply that it's better than it is. It's so bad that it's complete and utter rubbish. It's an animated abomination that just shouldn't exist. It does the impossible almost, and makes the absurd boring and stupid. I mean, what else do you want me to say? Do you want me to talk about the music, which feels off-putting most of the times and doesn't really fit? I guess you can say that's a taste issue, but I just don't know who this movie was aimed at. I guess you could argue that the movie is Danish, and there's just a lot lost in translation here. But that's not an excuse. It's sort of like someone that defended the movie on the Internet Movie Database by saying, well, this is a stupid movie aimed at 3-year-olds. It's not Citizen Kane. Like, well, I'm not saying it has to be as good as Citizen Kane or any other really good movie. It doesn't have to suck so hard, though. Ugh. Seriously, even the box art's misleading. You see the main character there wearing the green shirt and the pirate's hat? He never wears that in the movie. Ever. In fact, the closest he gets to wearing having the crossbones is when it's branded onto his butt with a hot iron. Ugh. This movie does nothing but cartoony, stupid violence. And it's not even good cartoony, stupid violence, as I said. It goes too far into the absurd to be funny anymore. I mean, just look at this scene.
Banana's sake, what is that? An assassination attempt? Not on my watch! Prepare the cannon! Destroy that strange green beach puff immediately! Fire! Excellent work, Beach Cop Marco! Once again, you have faithfully protected the residents of this beach.
How did you manage to make this boring? You want my opinion? If you see this movie anywhere, don't buy it. Quite frankly, this shouldn't even have been direct to DVD. It should have just been tossed in the trash. This is a movie that should have never been released to audiences because it's just that bad. It's crap and should have been tossed to the side like it was, like the crap it is. I just can't even talk about this movie without getting just pissed off. Just, ugh. As for a story, I guess if you want to know what it's really about after all that ranting, basically you have a president of an island, and our main character is Marco, the beach cop. And whenever something mysterious shows up on the beach, he goes and runs to the president, has to be scanned for dangerous weapons, even though he's a known employee of the president. And has to have his presence announced, just so he can tell the president there's a foreign object on the beach so the president can blow it up. But they then move into the actual main plot, I guess, after having that setup scene of showing how things work, by having Carlo move into the island, and start by placing a giant casino on the beach without permits, so obviously it needs to be blown up. But what does Carlo do? He just bamps in, tells the president it's his casino, and that gets the ball rolling so Carlo can then take over the island with his giant casino robot. Yes, the casino turns into a giant robot, which he then uses to take over the island, and it apparently can not only launch laser beams, but stupefaction beams out of its eyes. Because Carlo then proceeds to make everyone stupid so he can pretend that they're all having a good time with him. Why is Carlo doing this? I have no idea, because he never explained his motivation. He apparently just wants to take over the island and party all the time and act like everyone's partying with him. The president. Ugh. We also have a love plot going on between Marco and his former best friend slash love interest, Lulu. And quite frankly, that relationship is so poorly plotted out that, quite frankly, I don't give a crap about it at all. It just didn't need to even be in the movie. It adds nothing but padding to the movie, because quite frankly, it doesn't need to be there. I mean, it ends with them kissing and talking about how the only thing Marco's missing is her. I mean, like, why should we care? You two barely spend any... You haven't seen each other in years, and you've only talked to each other for at most, like, 2 days, and now you're talking about how you're lovers and you're going off to the sea to be together. No, screw that noise. That's not enough time to build a relationship movie. You have to plan things out better than that. I mean, I realize this is a kid's movie and it's trying to move fast, but it just is moving too fast at times, and it doesn't feel it just doesn't feel well written anywhere. The script's just horrible. And I guess you could argue that really crimps any ability the voice talent could have here. Because quite frankly, when you're doing a bunch of stupid, pointless lines, you can't help but make the characters sound dumber than they probably should have been. And it taints actors' careers when they get involved in projects like this. This is why so many people like to work under false names at times when they know they're getting involved with a bad project, so it doesn't tank the rest of their career. It only takes one really bad movie to send you to the bottom. Just on the graphical side of things, I guess you could say it's a sort of standard with the rest of these projects for the most part. Though I'd argue it's crap. It's not very good looking. Though I guess you can argue it's a cheap production, so it's not meant to look very good. But quite frankly, it's times like this I wish people had just gone back to this more standard 2D animation. At least it would look better. Probably. I mean, let's not forget the Frog Prince from a couple weeks ago. Just, like I said, stay away from this movie. If you ever see it, just keep on walking. And don't stop walking until it's way past you. I should say, way behind you, not past you. Just keep going. Don't look back. Don't smile at it. Don't even wave at it. Just keep going. Keep going until you're just out of the store. Because any store that sells this movie probably isn't the kind of store you want to be in too long. I guess you could argue I got this from Walmart, so I'm going to be going there anyway, because it's one of the only places you can buy groceries in our town that's left. All the rest have basically been run out of business by Walmart and Eagles. Which I don't think it's Eagles anymore. I think it's a Jewel Osco, yeah. I guess you could go to Big R, but that mostly sells farm supplies. And they're overpriced in comparison to Walmart. They just aren't competitively priced on anything. Though now I'm getting into a discussion about local businesses, which doesn't matter. But yeah, this movie's crap. Till next time, then. See ya.
Missing something, Markle? I'm what's been missing.
What? But I...
Oh, come here.